I just watched the fifth episode of Stranger Things season 5 after the second part of the season has finally been released. Now, there are two more episodes in there, but I thought I'd go by this episode by episode because these episodes are really long, and watching them together and explaining it feels like just an unnecessarily long video, so I'll go with this episode first. Now, in this episode, the beginning itself, we pick up right where the previous episode ended, with Will, everyone being shocked by Will's powers, what he was able to do, and everyone's still divided into different groups. The group with Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan in one place, and Dustin in one place, Hopper, 11, and her friend that they found again in another place, and Max and Holly and the kids in another place, which I think it might be another dimension or just a mental space or something. And then there's the group with Joyce and the rest of the Mike and all the others. And it feels like, well, more of the same stuff again. Now, the problem is there's only 3 episodes left, and sure, the episodes are going to be really long, and everything will probably get explained out what Vecna's plan is. But as I said in the video before, we don't know. Still don't know for sure what Vecna's plan is. And in this episode, I felt like in the beginning itself we should have figured it out, or they should have just told us. But that doesn't happen, and I'm guessing it probably be revealed in the next episode, considering the way that this episode kind of ends on a cliffhanger. But yeah, this episode again is just everyone talking, walking, and planning, and all that stuff. And sure, there is one really great moment with Will managing to tap into the hive mind again after them trying somehow using electricity to bring back the Demogorgons temporarily so he could connect to them. And Vecna in that mental space or whatever it is, where he's chasing Max and Holly as they're trying to escape. He gets a hold of Max, and he's about to kill her in there. And at that point, Will gets a control of Vecna, which is awesome. And he breaks Vecna's leg. You know, the same way Vecna does to everyone. What he did to Max. And in a brief moment, he tells Max to run. And that's honestly awesome. After Vecna holding so much power, the fact that Will controlling him, it's kind of awesome and satisfying to see. But that's really the only thing that we see that's exciting in this episode. Nothing else really much. Oh yeah, there's the stuff about how 11 got her powers. It was actually because of Vecna. His blood was used to give them all powers, and they were trying to do the same thing with 11's friend, but her blood doesn't work, so they need 11. That's why they're going after 11 to make more people like her. And honestly, that's interesting, I guess. But I mean, scientists doing experiments and all that, I mean, not that interesting unless there's some other big connection to Vecna's plan or something. But we need a Vecna's plan. And I heard some stuff about what Vecna's plan actually might be, and if that is the case, it's gonna be awesome. The way the season ends will be incredible. It will probably end up being really tragic, but it would really be incredible and really have an impact if that is the way the season ends. But I feel like what I heard, that's the way it's gonna happen. I feel like you need to start with this episode. And sure, the next episodes are really long, so they can tell the plans and do everything properly. But I don't know, we're over halfway through the final season, and this plan, we needed to know about it from the beginning of the season itself, or at the very least at the end of the first half. But it hasn't happened, and even the 6th episode, it hasn't happened. And I guess we'll probably get a clue of that, or maybe the whole plan in the next episode. With the At the end of the episode, Dustin realized that he was wrong about that the center of that place being a power supply, and it's actually something else. But we had to see. I had to watch the next episode. Now I could have done both. I watched both episodes and talked about this, but these episodes are really long, and if I had to explain all of that in one video, I feel like it'd be too long a video and it'd be boring. So I'll watch the next episode and then I'll do a separate video on that. And if that one ends up being a boring episode, maybe I'll just do the 6th and 7th episode together. But the 5th episode of the final season of Stranger Things, it's an ordinary episode with one good moment. But yeah, that's about it. And I feel like the next 3 episodes really need to make up for it with a lot of action and a lot of stuff. And there has been a lot of theories about main characters dying, especially Steve. Now, I really hope Steve doesn't die. I feel like him dying would just be so tragic. And with Max, well, I was assuming that she was dying, but considering what she's been doing in this season, I really hope she doesn't die either. But I guess some of the characters are gonna die, and I don't know. I just really don't want it to be Steve, and not Max at this point either. But yeah, I guess I'll get back to you after watching the 6th episode and see what is revealed in that. So yeah, I'll get back to you.